Welcome back to Seven Hills Tales, where the night unfolds its quiet mysteries. I'm Francisco, and tonight, by this gentle fire, we'll wander through the silent sentinels of Portugal's ancient lands. They call them dolmens, menhirs, and cromlechs, stones that breathe with the weight of forgotten time. As the flames soften, the screen will fade to black. Close your eyes and listen to the whispers of stone. Portugal sleeps under an ancient sky, a sky that has watched millennia rise and fade. And beneath it, silent sentinels of stone keep their vigil. They are the megaliths of Portugal, dolmens, menhirs, and stone circles scattered from Minho to Algarve. In misty valleys and sunburnt plains they stand, motionless, but never silent. Each one is a memory in stone, a thought the earth refused to forget. Long before kings and kingdoms, before the names of gods or maps of nations, the first builders raised these stones toward the dawn. In the northern hills, fog drifts through forests where dolmens lie hidden. The dolmen of Arca, in the quiet of the Serra da Boborira, still breathes the damp air of eternity. Step inside its shadowed chamber, and you feel time fold upon itself. Your heartbeat echoes where others once prayed, not to gods, but to the mystery of existence. Further south, in Alentejo's golden plains, stones rise in vast circles, the Cromelec dos Almendres. Here, 90 monoliths face the east, awaiting the light of creation. When dawn breaks, shadows stretch and merge, turning the field into a living clock of light and silence. No one knows who lifted them, or how they carried such weight without iron or wheel. Some say it was devotion, others design. In the Antagrande do Zambujeiro, massive slabs lean against the heavens. It is a tomb, a temple, a message in geometry. Perhaps all three. Under a full moon, these monuments glow faintly, their granite reflecting silver light like water. Villagers once believed the stones walked at night, wandering toward hidden springs to drink. They said that if you touched a menhir before dawn, it would whisper your future. In Trasos Montes, shepherds still tell of lights that drift above the dolmens, spheres of fire that hum like bees. Scientists call it plasma. The elders call it the souls of the builders. Somewhere between myth and magnetism, truth hums like a low note in the air. Archaeologists map their alignments: sunrise at solstice, moonrise at equinox. But the pattern runs deeper. Across Portugal, from Serra da Boborira to Monsaraz, the stones form invisible lines, ley lines, threads of unseen energy. Perhaps the ancients felt something we've forgotten, a heartbeat beneath the soil, a pulse that connected heaven and earth. In Idanja Anova, among olive groves and red soil, old stones rise again, smaller, quieter, but aligned to the same stars. The constellation of Orion, the hunter who chases eternity. In Monsaraz, the menhirs face the great lake of Alqueva, as if watching the reflection of the sky, a mirror between the worlds. Further west, near Sintra, where mist rolls like a living tide. Legends say there are buried stones even older, forgotten altars beneath the moss. Everywhere, the same language, the same reverence for the rising light. What were these monuments meant to awaken? Fertility? Memory? The stars themselves? Some believe each stone was placed to resonate with a frequency, a sound beyond hearing. If we could listen closely enough, perhaps we'd hear the same song that shaped creation. Others whisper of rituals, of fire and water, of offerings made not in sacrifice, but in gratitude. The earth gave life. The stones remembered it. And isn't that what the ancients carved on the stone in sylphs? The cosmic egg, marked by the double helix, a code of life twisting through eternity. Could it be that the Dolmens, Menhirs, and cromlechs of Portugal were built as echoes of that same message, each one a fragment of a grand design, a network of stone remembering the first spark? In every age, the builders returned. Romans, Moors, monks, masons, each leaving a mark upon the same sacred land. The Templars prayed among ruins that predated their faith. They believed these places held an energy of creation, the very breath of God hidden in stone. Today, most people pass them by, unaware of the ancient silence that still vibrates there. But if you stand alone among the stones and close your eyes, you'll feel it too. The earth speaks softly, in frequencies older than language. It whispers of the builders, the watchers, the light that once descended from the stars. And perhaps it whispers also of an egg, buried not in earth, but in memory, the cosmic egg, the seed of all things, its echo carved across millennia of stone. For every circle of stone, every dolmen and menhir might be a cell in that cosmic embryo. Perhaps the land itself is alive, and these stones are its neurons, its memories, its dreams made solid. Some say the stones were placed not to touch the heavens, but to remind the earth of its own heartbeat. Each dolmen, each menhir, a pulse, a rhythm carved into silence. When rain falls upon them, the sound becomes a hymn, tiny rivers tracing memories across their faces. Centuries have passed, empires rose, languages changed, beliefs faded, but the stones remained. They have seen shepherds and soldiers, pilgrims and poets. They have watched children grow old, and old men return to dust. And through all of it, they waited. Perhaps not for worship, but for remembrance. In the cool dawns of Alentejo, farmers still pause their work to greet the stones, a quiet nod to something they don't name, but still feel. Some bring flowers, others just stand in silence, letting the wind carry their thoughts. Maybe that's all the builders ever wanted, for someone, thousands of years later, to stand beneath the same sky and remember that they once existed. Because memory is not only in books or words, It's in the way light touches stone, and the way silence holds meaning. And if these monuments could speak, perhaps they'd tell us that they were never meant to be mysterious at all. They were meant to be mirrors, reminding us that we too are made of the same dust, the same minerals, the same stardust that shaped them. We are all megaliths, carrying stories carved by time. And every heartbeat is a drum echoing through the same vast silence that once surrounded the builders. If you listen closely enough, you might hear them still, a song older than speech, woven through the wind, the stone, and the stars. So as the fire fades and the night deepens, listen. The stones are still speaking. Maybe they're not telling us what we think. Maybe they're reminding us of what we've always known. That life, like stone, remembers, and that creation never truly ends. It simply transforms, spiraling like the helix of the cosmic egg, forever whispering through time. This was a bedtime tale from 7 Hills Tales, where ancient whispers meet starlit dreams. Good night, and listen closely. History might be speaking to you.